And anyway, I just don't let it get to me, because I'm not a fucking little pussy ass bitch like you are. Okay, I don't care. I really don't care. Okay, and I don't care, and that's why I never fucking talk about it. Okay, except maybe occasionally when I think it's funny. I think it's funny that they're calling me a terrorist. Okay, but like, look, people have called me racist before. People have called me transphobic. People have called me, you know, like, I mean, my point is, I get hate from libs as well. I get hate from the libs, okay? It happens. It happens. Water off a duck's back, bro. Who cares? Who cares? Why do you keep talking about it? You guys fucking, you never shut up about it. Every fucking video. Yeah, they're gonna cancel the liberals. They won't cancel me. They're gonna try to cancel me, but I don't care. Like, okay, bro, if you don't care, then shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It doesn't fucking matter. Because you're right. Like, who gives a fuck what other people think? Okay, that's not what makes you wrong. Right? You're not wrong because liberals don't like you. You're wrong because you're a fucking racist piece of shit, dumbass, Nazi. That's why. Yeah, that's why you're fucking wrong. You're calling me names. You woke-tard, lib-cuck. Like, whatever, man. Keep fucking bitching about it. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna keep calling you a Nazi. Because that's what you fucking are. You're a fucking piece of shit Nazi. What up? It's me. I still got the Christmas decorations up, and I'm probably gonna keep them up until fucking February, until March. Actually, let's just keep them up until next year. You know, why not? Why not? Why the fuck not? I mean, not the next year, but the year after next. Keeping the decorations up until 2027. That's what we're doing. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm putting on some music. So I got some Christmas presents. Number one, I got Dondolf Trumpler here. I got Dondolf Burglar, as I like to call him. He's got a bobble. And Dan Bongino is behind him. And then I got these beautiful bonsai trees. Look at them. They're Lego. Here, I'll show you this one, since you can't really see it. Look at that, man. I mean, this is beautiful. These were fucking expensive too. I don't know how much it was, but I like, look at this shit. This had to be like an $80 Lego set or something. But my mommy got it for me. Thanks, Mom. Shout out to J-Star's mom. Shout out to Mom Star, bruh. Alright. Whoa. Stop the music. Okay, listen. We're reacting to Tom Foe.
Ladies and gentlemen, we did it.
2025 was the year of the Groypers. You know, I gotta say, this is probably the first title I've seen from Tom Foe that I kinda agree with. Like, yeah, like this was certainly the year of the Groypers, and I don't really see how that's a flex, right? Because as far as politics goes, 2025 has got to be one of the worst years in a long time. You know, my point is, if I were a Groyper, I wouldn't be claiming this shit. I wouldn't claim 2025 as my year. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, this had to be one of the worst years for politics. For like everyone. For everyone except for rich people. But even for them, it was like average.
We survived 2025. We made it to the end, and we're living. We are still breathing. We are here. And what a crazy year, dude. This year, I don't think anybody had half of the shit that occurred this year on their bingo card. I don't think most people, if you were to ask them in 2024, it's like, hey, what do you think?
I don't really do bingo cards. I'm not really that good at predicting the future, okay? My bad. Actually, you know, I am good at predicting the future, but not out of thin air, you know. Some people can do that. They can like make the connections in their mind. Like Hassan does this. Hassan does this every year. He does like a bingo card, and he just like writes a bunch of fucking predictions on paper. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you come up with that shit. I don't know. I mean, it just comes naturally to some people, but for me, like, if I'm gonna predict something, I need facts in front of me, and I need to, like, run the math in my head. But anyway.
I think what happened in 2025. How do you think it's going to go? I don't think most people would even get, like, 20% of it right, to be quite honest. I don't care where you are politically.
Oh, yeah, wait. That being said, 2025 was a pretty easy year to predict. Okay, it was. It was, okay, because, like, what happened? Okay, Epstein. That, you know, I think we all kind of saw that coming. Okay, we saw that shit coming a mile away. Because Epstein got arrested and died way back in 2019. He was murdered. Way back in 2019. And then Trump said, you know, the files, yada yada, and we all knew he was bullshitting. Okay, everybody except for you dumbasses. Everybody except you guys knew that was fucking bullshit. Okay, so like most people saw that coming. The economy, I think a lot of people were optimistic about Trump's economy because, you know, I think it's like a rose-tinted glasses thing. You know, they're looking back on the first Trump admin. Back then they were probably feeling, you know, pretty good. You know, it's like, oh, you know. You know, because like relative to what we have now, the first Trump admin actually seems not that bad. Okay, don't get me wrong. The first Trump admin was destructive and like really bad. Okay, you know, at the end of the day, I'm a fucking lib. Okay, but anyway, 2019, you know, the first Trump admin, when it ended in 2019, I think people were pretty upset. But then, like, looking back on it, back in 2024, people were a little more like, oh, the good old days, you know. And anyway, all that is to say is I saw the fucking economy tanking. Are you fucking kidding me? Every leftist did. I think even liberals did. I'm pretty sure. Okay, because Trump wouldn't shut up about tariffs. Tariff this, tariff that. And it's just so obviously bad. It's just such an obviously bad move for our economy. We do not have the, like, type of economy for that to work at all. Okay, so we weren't in a position to impose tariffs. Trump kept talking about tariffs. It was very obvious that the economy was going to get a lot worse. And then, of course, you know, we knew he was going to, like, cut welfare, cut funding to, you know, programs that everyday people use. So, yeah, I mean, we all kind of saw this coming. Like I said, this was a very predictable year.
I don't care who you are. I think most people were just in for a surprise this year, and it's insane. It's
the only thing that I didn't see coming were the specifics of the Epstein files. Okay, that's it. Like, you could feasibly see everything else coming. But just, like, the way they fucking dropped the ball, like, I'll be honest, I didn't see that coming. I thought they would do a better cover-up. I legitimately thought that they would do a competent cover-up. I thought, you know, my thinking was at the time that, like, Trump's stupid, sure. But Trump knows how to pick smart people. Okay, he does. He does. He knows how to pick some evil motherfuckers, some evil evilly smart people. Okay. And I thought they would at least do a semi-competent job at covering up the Epstein files, but they didn't. It was just it totally fell flat. It didn't fool anyone, not one person for a second. And we're talking about Americans, man. We're the easiest to fool. Unironically, we're like, if you're the government, we are the easiest to fool. Probably out of any country on the fucking planet. Like I don't know, man. I say that, but like at the same time, I kind of think the opposite sometimes. I guess Americans are like very, and I think this is shifting a little bit, especially in recent years. Okay, but Americans are still very trusting of institutions, right? Police institutions, the intelligence community, okay? And this year, I think that has gone down more than ever, okay? Because of the Epstein files and because of Charlie Kirk, okay? Like that whole fuck up was just so like detrimental to the to the public's perception of the FBI. It's just like, what do you even say? I mean, it's not like people really trusted the FBI or the CIA all that much, but like, people will routinely fall back on their narratives. Okay, they will. They will fall back on the intelligentsia narratives. And this is because Americans have a draconian attitude towards crime. Okay, crime is very concrete. We trust those that are the investigators, the fact givers. We'll see how next year goes.
Saying all the shit that happened, but we're here and we're surviving and we're alive. And I was thinking, like, what is this year gonna be remembered as? What is 2025 gonna be remembered as? And I really did a lot of thinking, and I was like, well, it's gonna be known truly as the year of the Groypers. The year of the Wang Half, baby. The year Nick Fuentes literally broke the glass ceiling and entered the mainstream.
As funny as it would be to remember 2025 as the year of the Groypers, I really don't think it will, man. I really don't. Because, like, this year sucked, okay, and Groypers suck. Groypers suck the most out of like any political faction, in my opinion. Okay, Groypers are like the worst. But year of the Groypers, like, I don't know. Because like the more I'm thinking about it, it's like there's so much shit that just overshadows anything that the Groypers did. Like what the fuck are you talking about, man? Like fucking Nick Fuentes went on international TV, big whoop. Okay, he went on Destiny streams 6 years ago, and that really wasn't much better. I mean, it wasn't much worse. Like, I don't know, man. I just... Is that your big win, really? Really? Or he went on Tucker Carlson. He went on Tucker Carlson, too. Like, man, the only difference between Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson is Tucker Carlson will not say Jews. He won't even... He's, like, afraid of the word. He won't even fucking say it. Like, the word itself. I mean, I know he says Jews, okay, but like, Tucker Carlson will not even imply that Jewish people are, like, in some shadowy cabal. There's some shadowy Jewish cabal. Like, he won't even, like, imply that. He has to take a more roundabout way of blaming the Jews, which he does. Okay, but anyway, that's because this type of Jew hatred rhetoric really doesn't resonate with Americans. I don't think. It really doesn't. Like, Americans are still, by and large, libs. They're fucking liberals. They're squishy. Okay, they don't want to hear stuff like that. They don't want to hear shit like Jews control the world, okay? No, that's like what the Nazis did. It's It's what the fucking Nazis did. They're not warmed up enough to this yet. They're just not. Okay, you need to do more brown people hate first. Okay, it's the only way. It's the only way. You want Americans to hate Jews? You need to get the rest of your racism locked in, okay? And don't get me wrong, you guys are doing that. I feel like you're jumping the gun a little bit on the Jews thing. Like like Tucker Carlson is taking the right approach to talking to these people, and like shifting the framing more right. Tucker Carlson is doing this correctly. You are not. Your message will not resonate with Americans. It just won't. Not yet, anyway. So you can keep, your fingers crossed. You can keep waiting. Or you could just, change your rhetoric. Oh, but then you wouldn't have the shock value. Then you wouldn't be able to accumulate the community that you have of fucking chronically online 4chan users.
Because if you think about it, right, a lot of people would disagree. A lot of people get mad when you talk about Nick. They get all mad and they get all bitchy and they're like that, And it's like, if you think about it, really, just be honest. Look at all the stuff that happened this year. A lot of the predictions he made were 100% correct about Iran, Trump's loyalty to Israel, what was going to happen in the Ukraine war, like all these different things. A lot of it was correct. And then also...
Yeah, that's because you could see all of that shit coming from a mile away once again. Like, yes, Trump wants to go to war with Iran. No, he won't go through with going to war with Iran because we already have a conflict in Ukraine and in Gaza that people are paying attention to. And, he can't spread himself this thin, okay? He can't. He's got too much shit going on. Plus, if he goes to war with Iran, he's going to play into Putin's, grand design, his grand plan. So he's just not going to fucking do it. Not until he can wrap this shit up in Ukraine. Okay? And that's why he's trying to do it so badly. Okay? That's why he wants peace in Ukraine so badly. Like, I understand that Trump made campaign promises, but Trump doesn't give a fuck about his campaign promises. Not if it's international policy, not if it's anything. Okay? He doesn't give a fuck. He's fucking Trump. He's gonna do whatever the fuck he wants. Okay, so, make no mistake, he's not doing this for diplomacy, he's not doing this to please the people or his voters, or his base, certainly not his base. He is trying to end the war in Ukraine so he can go to war with Iran. He wants to put all of his resources into that. Okay, war with Iran, war with Venezuela, that's what he wants, okay? We're going to war with Venezuela, we're going to take a bunch of their oil. He also wants to do the same thing to Iran. We can't really do all four of these at the same time. So Ukraine, Israel, y'all gotta wrap it up. Okay, we got our own shit. Israel, the thing about Israel is they'll probably do this. They'll probably go along with Trump if he goes to war with Iran. Okay, so it's a win-win. Okay, Israel wants us to go to war with Iran. We go to war with Iran. We want to go to war with Iran because of the oil. Okay, there you go. There you go. So, that's going to happen. Okay, but, the wild card here is Ukraine. And that's the funny part, okay? Because there will be no peace in Ukraine. That's never going to fucking happen. Because to do that, Putin would have to admit defeat. Okay, and not just defeat, on the Ukrainian front. I mean, he would have to totally give up on his plan, which he has probably been working on for decades at this point. He's been fucking mulling this shit over, okay, because he's stupid. It's the dumbest fucking plan of all time. Maybe not of all time, but it's a bad plan, Putin, okay? This is my message to you, Vladimir. Your plan sucks, bro, and it's probably not gonna work. I mean, holy shit, Trump is so stupid you would think that maybe it might work, but even with him, it probably won't. It probably won't. And, your time is running out. Trump's gonna be dead in 6 months. You seen him lately? My God. He looks like he's going to keel over any second. Okay, I think, I don't, people don't listen to me when they hear me say this, or if they do, they think I'm stupid, but, he looks worse than Biden. he looks worse. He looks way worse than Biden. And like, I saw Biden, okay? I have eyes. Like, I saw what he looked like. Like, I'm telling you, bro, Trump, look, he is closer to death than Biden. Way closer. He looks so bad, bro. Like Biden, it was all in the face. You know, like, at least his body kind of looked alright for an old man. But Trump is just, he looks like he's melting. Looks like his skin is about to slide off. It's weird. It really is strange, because, like, I've experienced this before, right? I listen to Rush Limbaugh every day. Every day. I don't know if I've told this story on stream before. I listened to Rush Limbaugh die in real time. It was fucking sick, okay? It was like, you know, by sick, I don't mean like cool. I mean like it was terrible. It sucked. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, Rush Limbaugh had, I think he had lung cancer and like throat cancer or something. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it was definitely lung cancer, but I think he may have also had cancer elsewhere, because he smoked a lot of cigars. Now, I never watched videos of him, so I don't know. I don't even know what the motherfucker looks like, to be complete. Actually, let's find out. Oh, yeah, I've seen this motherfucker before. God damn, this dude. Yeah, so I used to listen to this guy every day in my dad's truck. Roll Tide. And we'd listen to Rush Limbaugh, and back in, like, 2020, or 2019 or some shit, it was, like, one of those 2 years, he was dying. And he kept doing his show, and he sounded worse and worse every day. Like you could hear it in his voice how exhausted he was from the chemo, or whatever treatment he had. But he was just like tired all the time. He had a bad cough. You know, he did it. I suspect that he probably coughed a lot more than like, you know, he probably hit the mute button most of the time. But sometimes it would come through, you know, when he was talking, when he was in the middle of a statement or something. And it was just really sad, man. Like, I was, like, back then I wasn't even a leftist, so like I didn't revel in his suffering or anything. Not that I would do that anyway, but I kept wondering, like, why don't you just stop? Like, why don't you spend time with your family, man? And like, I didn't even abhor the guy at the time. You know, like I said, I didn't really know anything about him, but yeah, anyway. That's how he died. He had an intern fill in for him a lot, so it actually usually wasn't him in his final months. But yeah, at the time I was working with my dad. You know, I was a receiver of nepotism, or whatever. I painted houses with him. And we'd get in his truck and listen to this bullshit and just fucking hear him die, and it was sick, man. It was fucked up. Sorry, I'll stop rambling about this. Okay, let's get back to it.
You have the MAGA Civil War. You have the Republican-Conservative Civil War, the fracture. Not only a generational thing, but literally the big MAGA coalition that everybody thought would be unstoppable. I mean, last year, I knew liberals who were so pissed off Trump won, and they would say shit like, yeah, we're not going to win another election for at least 12 years. I actually remember hearing two of my liberal friends say that in a conversation. They were serious. Little did they know it would only take 1 year for Trump to fuck everything up, the administration to fuck everything up, and now everybody is just assuming the midterms are going to be the Democrats just cleaning house. And we could be wrong. Like, at this point, all the things that are happening, it's like, who knows what's going to happen next year? But when it comes to this year, when it comes to 2025, I mean, with the MAGA Republicans having the Civil War, who started that? What started that? A lot of...
I think that Democrats are currently out-messaging Republicans. And this is because of economic populism. But Republicans could do this too. They could turn around their messaging game. But anyway, if the Democrats keep heading in this direction, then yeah, they will be unstoppable. There's not a chance. I mean, unless Republicans, because like the thing is is when you're a Democrat and you're promising free healthcare for all and like more affordable healthcare and more social safety nets. When you have a Democrat saying that versus a Republican that's just like culture, immigration, abortion, Christianity, like, it's not gonna hold up. It's not gonna fucking hold up. It's gonna... the bottom's gonna fall out. Okay, that's it. That's it, man. But we'll see. We'll see. The Democrats could still fuck this up. Okay, look, I hate to be that guy. I hate to be that guy, man. I hate to be the pessimist. But, like, I'm just saying, they still could. They still got this. They could still fuck it up. Okay, let's hold out hope for them. There's still a chance. There's still time to turn this around, okay? We could still fuck up the bag, Democrats. Let's go.
A lot of people would argue and say, oh, but Candace Owens, this is her year. This is her year because she's been doing such great. She's getting a lot of views, a lot of subscribers. She's been making a lot of money. And I disagree. It's not her year. You wanna know why? Because she was always mainstream. Candace Owens has always been mainstream. She was never completely censored. She was never shut out. Some people would say, oh, it's Tucker's year. Tucker's the one.
What? Wait, what? She was never censored? Dude, she lost her, like, cushy job at the Daily Wire because she wouldn't stop chirping about Israel. How is that not censorship? What? Yeah, like, I'm not gonna deny that, like, groypers are like, kind of, you know, there's a barrier to entry, right? But you have to understand that, like, your rhetoric is completely unpalatable to average Americans right now. Okay. Now, again, that could change. But like, that's why you don't get mainstream attention. Nobody fucking wants to hear you. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Okay? People don't want to hear, like, your racism and anti-Semitism and whatnot. I mean, unless it's against Muslims, Americans don't want to hear it. Still. Okay. It has to be versus... You have to be racist against Muslims or Africans or something. Like, this anti-Semitism stuff, it's still just... It's not sticking. Okay, it's not sticking. Not yet, like I said. But yeah, anyway, Candace was certainly censored. Okay, just like you guys. Just like you guys. Of course she was. The fuck are you talking about, man?
Tucker's always been mainstream. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Those two
always been mainstream. So, just to, like, run it back for anybody that isn't on the same page as me. Candace Owens, she started out as an anti-Trump blogger, and then she got picked up by the Daily Wire because she said she, like, loves Hitler, but she also said that she loves Israel. Okay, back then, at the time. So Ben Shapiro picked her up, okay, and she became a voice on the Daily Wire. She became pro-Trump, and over the course of several years, she became more disillusioned with the Daily Wire and what they were doing, and she kind of felt like it was a sinking ship, I think, because it was, okay, and she has instincts, you know, she has skill. I hate to say it, look, just to be clear, I don't like Candace Owens, okay, she's an evil person, okay, but like, it's true, okay, she saw it coming. She has good instincts about this stuff. She's very good at what she does, she's very talented. But anyway, she left the sinking ship, and then she started her own show where she could be as anti-Israel as she wanted. And then the Charlie Kirk thing happened, and she really blew up because she was friends with him, she shared a unique perspective, she also accused Israel of doing it, of fucking killing him. And she correctly pointed out that the narrative, the narrative from the FBI makes no sense. It makes no sense. And she correctly pointed that out, and then at the same time blamed Israel. And she, you know, like I said in my last video, okay, I kind of agree with that at this point. I think it's the most likely scenario based off of what we know. I think Israel probably killed him. But who knows? We're working off very little evidence. So, anyway.
People literally to talk to each other on their shows, and nobody gave a fuck. Nobody cared. Nobody, started some civil war over it. You would have certain people here and there that would bitch and complain, obviously, but nothing serious. It was never something that would start a fracture in the Republican movement. But as soon as Tucker talks to Nick, all hell breaks loose. All the Zionists get mad, all the Judeo-Christians get mad, all the MAGA Republicans, who, funny enough, at the very beginning of MAGA were never Trumpers, start to get mad, and they start to act like they own the place and they run the place, like fucking Ben Shapiro over here, talking and bitching about how, oh, you don't condemn the people I don't like. You don't condemn the people I don't like, how dare you, you're not Republican. It's like this guy has any say over what the conservative movement is. I have to agree with Megyn Kelly on that, at least. She's like, Ben Shapiro thinks he gets to decide, and it's like, yeah, that dude was a never Trumper. He hated Trump, he didn't want to vote for Trump, barely wanted to vote for him last year until he found out how much he was going to be sucking off Israel. But it's funny, like Nick going on, talking to Tucker, that's what does it. That's what does it. That's what breaks the glass ceiling. And a lot of people, they get mad. People who are either supporters of mine who just don't like Nick, and there are people who subscribe to me and watch my content, whether they react to it or they are just kind of hate watching. And they don't like me at all. They don't like any of my politics.
Yo, who else is reacting to this guy? Is he talking about me? There's no way. There's no way he's talking about me. Really? Already? Did I already get your attention, Tom? Because look, don't get me wrong, his channel's kind of popping off, but like, is anybody else really reacting to him? Am I crazy? I thought I was the first one to do it. I mean, my bad. My bad. Damn, I might have to find other groypers to react to. Anyway, fuck, I had something else I wanted to say. I forgot. Maybe
glass ceiling. And a lot of people, they get mad. People who are either supporters of mine who just don't like Nick, and there are people who subscribe to me and watch my content, whether they react to it or they.
Wait, who is subscribed to you and they don't like Nick? You have the same takes as Nick. You have all the same take. Who are you talking about? Like, you're just making up things in your head and you're pretending they're real. Kind of like the thing that you just said about, like, all the never-Trumpers being MAGA now, like, are you sure? Are you sure about that? Can you name more than two? Ben Shapiro and J.D. Vance, can you name it? Can you name others? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
Just kind of hate watching, and they don't like me at all. They don't like any of my politics. They completely disagree with me. They just subscribe to dislike my video and leave hate comments, and it's fine. I welcome.
I don't dislike your videos. Okay, I haven't left any hate comments yet. I don't think. I think I was thinking about leaving one, and I didn't.
People who have different opinions. That's fine, whatever. But you guys can just keep bitching. All of you guys can just keep bitching. You can keep crying. You can keep being gay and retarded. I don't care. It's fine. It's your right to be gay and retarded and to be a little bitch about stuff. That's fine, but just understand, 2025 will be known as the year of the groypers. The year of Nick Fuentes entering the mainstream. And I mean, like, how can you really disagree if you think about it? The same treatment Trump was getting in 2016 before he won the election, with all the media and the establishment Republicans and the establishment Democrats, all of them being threatened by him and just constantly, all right, we got to start talking shit about Trump. And one report after another, one news segment after another. It was never ending because they believed, all right, we have some influence. We have some level of respect by the American people. They'll respect our opinions, so we can just shit on Trump and he won't win. And then he did win. It's the same treatment Nick's getting right now. It's like all these different establishment people, they're coming out and they're talking about him constantly. You have the Piers Morgan interview, which is hilarious. Dude, anytime I see somebody, and this is kind of like a litmus test, anytime I see somebody who watched the Piers Morgan interview and thinks Piers Morgan won, like they seriously believe that, I'm like, okay, now I don't ever have to take you serious ever. Okay, now you just don't look at reality. You just deny reality. You are so full of shit. You're so retarded.
All right, so that wasn't really a debate. You know, as many people have, I've actually had commenters that have left comments on my video about that debate, where they were like, it wasn't a debate, it wasn't a debate. And I sort of agree with them. I sort of agree with them, because they didn't really debate about, like, any actual topics for real. Not that I can think of. All that was happening is Piers Morgan was ambushing Nick Fuentes, which he saw coming, but like he still found it very difficult to word salad his way out of some of those direct quotes, which I found quite amusing. Because he says it in the interview. He says, "Oh, you know, you're gonna ambush me," he said it on his stream, and then Piers Morgan brought it up. He was like, no, you going?" I can't fucking do a British accent, man. I fucking hate British people. I hate them. And I strongly dislike Piers Morgan. Okay, all of the J-Star heads, they all know this. Okay, all the J-Star fans, they all know how much I despise Piers Morgan. Okay, because he's a fucking lib. He's a slimy little lib. Okay, and he fucking is super racist when it comes to Arabs and whatnot. Okay, so anyway, all that is to say, Nick Fuentes got fucking annihilated. Are you kidding me? I don't think that was the win that you think it was, and I don't think that I'm delusional. Like, it's fine if you want to downplay it, like, oh, you know, it wasn't that bad, like, you know, Nick, he did all right, you know, blah blah blah, he did his best. Okay, sure. Like, the guy looked insane in front of a large number of people. Okay. He looks like an insane racist. Now, are there insane racists in Europe? Yes. Yes. Are there insane racists in America? Yes. Did they see that and they were like, oh, hell yeah, brother, roll tide? Yeah, probably. Okay, that probably did happen. But anyway, I don't think it fucking matters, okay, that a handful of racists, a growing number of racists saw that and were like, okay, cool, that's epic, you know, based, chud-pilled or whatever. Yeah, now, I think that in the today time, most people hear that and they're like, what the hell, lock up the blacks, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you going on about? TLDR, Nick is a lolcow.
You're so gay. It's like, I don't ever have to take anything you say serious ever again. Like, I automatically know you're a bitch. It's so funny. And I get some people don't like the way Nick talks. They're like, oh, he says slurs. The Groypers are mean. I don't like these goys, these Groypers. They're just so mean. They don't like Israel. They don't like the Jewish oligarchs in their own country. What gives? The people who call us heritage Americans, those people are losing too. You know, the Viveks, all these people that are like, a real American is somebody who has a piece of paper and a green card, and that's what an American is. That philosophy is dying. The melting pot philosophy is dying. The younger generation doesn't buy it. The older generations are waking up to it being complete bullshit. And we're starting to have conversations. When I started this channel, just 3-4 months ago, and we were talking about immigration and all these different things, and we made that video on remigration, and I told you, I was like, look, it's going to become a mainstream talking point. You're going to see a lot of different people bring this up. And not even a month later, government websites and government Twitter profiles were tweeting remigration. All these different people start bringing it up. They're slowly starting to adopt our talking points. Not the talking points of the melting pot Americans, not the talking points of Vivek Ramaswamy, the Groyper talking points.
These are just the talking points of the AFD. You just took the talking points. No, wait, actually, here's what happened. Nick Fuentes took the talking points of the AFD, and then you took Nick Fuentes' points, and you were like, oh, this is mine, or this is Nick's, and I'm claiming it, or whatever. Nick is my dad. He's my dad. Okay. Bro, they've been saying this in Europe for years. They've been saying remigration. Do you know why? Do you know why they call it remigration? Do you want to know why? I'm about to explain it to you. Okay? It's because in the 1900s, in the early 1900s, specifically in the 30s and 40s, there was this thing that happened in Europe called the Holocaust. Maybe you've heard of it. It was pretty fucked up, you know, it was pretty bad, like a lot of people died and shit, okay, a lot more than 200,000 or whatever the fuck you think the number is, dumb fuck. Anyway, because of the Holocaust, and I will elaborate, but because of the Holocaust, the word deportation is kind of a stinky word in Europe. They don't like it. They don't like it. Now, specifically why, okay, stay with me here. The reason why the Holocaust ruined the word deportation is because the Nazis said that they were going to deport the Jews, and then instead of deporting them, they mass murdered them, along with a ton of other people, along with a bunch of non-Jews. Okay, yes, they deported them to concentration camps where they murdered them. That's what happened. And that's what people were taught. Okay, so even if you deny it, that is what people were taught in Europe. And so the word deportation, they don't like it. Okay, that's why they started using the word remigration. Remigration. Hooray. Hooray. It sounds so much nicer. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're gonna remigrate them. They're gonna be remigrated. That's where the word came from. Now, you stole it, and now you're trying to use it in America. Okay? And you're doing this, whether you realize it or not, you're doing this because people don't like the word deportation in America anymore. Because of the events that transpired this year with the deportations. People didn't like that. So that's why people like you are posturing in this way. You're like, oh, we're gonna remigrate them. It's remigration. Now, I suspect that Tom Foe doesn't really know about all of this, because I suspect that Tom Foe is a dumbass, and so he's probably, my point is, he's probably just following. He's just following along. Okay, he heard the word remigration from someone else, Nick Fuentes, and now he's repeating it. Anyway, let's keep going.
America First Patriot talking points. That's what they're starting to do. They're starting to placate to us, and I said they would. I said, get ready, because they need us, and they understand that. And so they're going to start placating to us. They're going to start adopting our talking points. They're going to start saying the rhetoric we say because they want us to like them. Because that's their goal, is to kind of come in, take control of our movement, and subvert it into basically being okay with feminism and, Israel and all this bullshit. Because that's what they did with MAGA, and that's what they did with the Tea Party. And Nick, he said on his show the other day, that's what he said. He said that was going to be one of the strategies going into 2026 that the establishment was going to do. And don't think we won. The fight is not going to get any easier. It's like the fight is really kind of just beginning. It's like now we have entered the arena, and it's going to get worse. You're going to have all these people try to come in, try to subvert our movement, and so we have to, be watchmen of that. We have to be weary of these people, these strangers. But regardless of that, that's next year. This year, they move closer and closer to us. They're threatened by us. The reason why they talk about Nick so much is because they're threatened by him. The reason why they talk about Groyper so much is because they're threatened by us. They understand that when young men...
Yeah, so I think this is true. When conservatives are talking about Groypers, I think they are threatened by them. Because Groypers, they take the maximalist position. Okay, and what does that mean? That means that they make the other conservatives look like phonies. Okay, they make them look like fakes. Because Groypers are just telling it like it is. Oh yeah, we're real racist. Sorry, Snowflake, but we're just telling it like it is, dog. And conservatives are afraid of this. Okay, they always have been, and that's why people like Nick Fuentes has been censored and suppressed by both sides. Anyway, this is why Tucker Carlson had him on his show to begin with, because he was afraid of him. That's literally what I think. I think that's why he had him on. Okay, he did it probably for two reasons. Okay, because he wanted to try and embarrass him, maybe, take him down a peg, or maybe he wanted to kind of teach him, don't say this, don't say it was the Jews, say this other thing, say, come on. I'm pretty sure he literally did that in the interview. I'd have to go back and look, but what did he say to him? I can't remember. He told him don't talk about the Jews. Don't talk about them. Don't do that. Just shut up, Nick Fuentes.
Especially young white men get together and start realizing that they're kind of getting the raw end of the deal, and they're like, we actually don't like that, and we actually want to change that, and we want to put ourselves first.
Okay. So this is an important This is an important fact that I also agree with Tom Foe on. You know, I agree that there are a lot of white men that feel disenfranchised in this country. They feel left behind. Sure. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them because it's true. Okay, white people have been left behind. Everybody's been left behind. We're all left behind, man. It's not because of the brown people. It's not. It's not because of the Jews. It's because of our government and their implicit facilitation of theft from the working class by rich people. Okay, basically, rich people have been stealing from us. The government has been turning a blind eye or actively facilitating it. And the working class has suffered, consequently. That is what has happened. That is the situation we find ourselves in. Okay? It's like I always say. White people are victims of oppression. We are, not in the same way as brown people, okay? Brown people get profiled by police. They get discriminated against in that way. Right? But white people experience institutional oppression all the time. I would even go as far as to say that a majority of white people are victims of this. They are victims of our white supremacist society. And some people will say, some leftists will say that it's always been this way. But I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that average white people used to benefit from this white supremacy thing a lot more. Okay, and now it's really only a few people that are benefiting from the white supremacy. And anyway, it's got to stop.
And we don't want to support Israel. When we start talking like that and we start having these conversations, it actually terrifies them. Because understand, we're the ones that threaten the entire system. The establishment Democrats, the establishment Republicans, the Jewish oligarchs, the neocons, all these different people. And now MAGA itself, at least the version of MAGA we have today, which was completely taken over by never-Trumpers to begin with. And all the OG MAGA people who actually supported Trump at the very beginning, they're jumping ship. They're leaving. They're exiting the movement because it has become a part of the deep state. It has become a part of the swamp. And the only group that really threatens that at this point, truly, like in a meaningful way, is the Groypers, is the Young America First Patriots, and is Nick Fuentes. So that's why I say 2025 is the year of the Wang half, is the year of the Groypers. I think it's undeniable at this point. I think at this point, if you're just kind of disagreeing with that, it's either you're a hater, you just don't like the term, you don't like the idea of it. But trust me, 2-3 years from now, you'll see it like that. I think most people will.
No, man, I just don't think you got motion like that. Okay, not yet. I mean, look, we'll see. Like, the story of the Groypers is not over in 2025. Like, and you know, it's only up from here. Let's be so fucking for real. Nick Fuentes made a lot of correct moves this year. Okay, he did. I think he's also made some major fuck-ups, especially in the last month or two. But anyway, I don't know. Like, you guys might do better this year. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? I don't know what Americans are gonna fucking think tomorrow. God damn, they just, like, it feels like it changes. Because it does change, because people do be changing. They be changing their minds. I don't know, man. Sorry, I had something else I wanted to say.
Is the year of the Wang half, is the year of the Groypers. I think it's undeniable at this point. I think at this point, if you're just kind of disagreeing with that, it's either you're a hater, you just don't like the term, you don't like the idea of it. But trust me, 2-3 years from now, you'll see it like that. I think most people...
Yeah, I wanted to say, like, I do think that you guys could gain a significant amount of momentum and motion this year. And don't get me wrong, I hate the idea of that. I really hate that. You are an abhorrent individual with horrible racist views and like a perspective on life that is truly what's a word that you would use? Degenerate? Yeah, I'll go with that. I just, anyway, I don't want it to happen, but if you were to soften your rhetoric, you'd have a much better chance. Okay. Especially if you keep, like, tacitly supporting Israel, like Nick Fuentes is doing. Okay, if you start doing that. Right? Oh, they're not doing a genocide anymore, Jack. You know, pull one of those numbers. They were just defending themselves. I'm just saying, man. No, I'm kidding. That's a fucking terrible idea right now. But seriously though, like you just like you need to soften your message. Like you need to be less racist, less overt about it. You know, at the same time, I understand you need to, you know, appeal to the, you know, the people that are like helping you grow, right? The extremists. But, like, I don't know, man. Maybe just, like, sit them down and have a conversation with them. Like, guys, this isn't working. Guys, this shit ain't working. We gotta go back to the drawing board, dog. This shit ain't working. Because, like, it's not. Like I said, I just... You can say it over and over again. You can keep saying it. Nick Fuentes is... He is appearing in the mainstream. And that certainly is very worrying. Okay, that is a sign of the times. But to go as far as to say that, like, a lot of people that are watching at home agree with him when he said lock up the blacks, I don't think so. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that yet. Okay, check back with me next year. I don't know.
People will view it in that way, whether they like it or not. Because no other political commentator, even like from a liberal point of view, did what Nick did this year. No other group did what the Groypers did this year. It's pretty incredible, the fact that it actually happened. And this year was pretty bad. A lot of horrible things happened, but a lot of horrible things happen every year. But I think, for the most part, Americans kind of won, in the sense that a lot of us woke up to the bullshit. We started smelling the manure. We started realizing, all right, this isn't what we paid for. This isn't what we signed up for. And now we have talks of, like, white replacement in our own country. This is becoming mainstream, whether it's the TikTok edits, whether it's the Instagram reels.
What? No, that idea has been mainstream, okay? Not mainstream in the sense that, like, everybody is unanimously agreeing on it, you know, no. No, of course not. But, like, right-wing commentators have been, like prominent right-wing commentators have been saying white replacement for many years at this point. Tucker Carlson was a big proponent of this, and he was on fucking Fox News. For years, for like over a decade, right? How long was he on Fox News? I don't even fucking know. Like 20 years, or some shit. Like this guy is staunch in his position on white replacement. He just won't back down from it. So like this has been in mainstream discourse for sure, for some time now. Okay, it's not just this year. If you think it's just this year, you're crazy. You're an insane person. Also, side note, white replacement isn't fucking real. It's insane. It's delusional.
Reporting on these things, talking about these things in mainstream circles, this is a net positive for us. And for a while, we've had like this kind of like freedom to say whatever we wanted to on the internet, and that's going to be coming to a close pretty soon. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But 2025 is the year of the Groypers, hands down. You might not like it. You might hate Nick. You might hate the word Groypers. You might not like the group.
Yeah, I need to add that to my soundboard.
Grabbed this country by the balls and just shook them. It scared everybody, and it's good because they should be afraid because they fucking suck. They sell us out every single day of the week, and now they actually have to worry about
we can be
saying, hey, you know, we actually don't want to be sold out. We actually don't want to be ethnically replaced in our
this
own
is
nation.
good
We actually do
news.
give a shit about
We can finally do. We can be.
We actually don't want to bomb kids
This
in
is.
Palestine, to be honest. Or at least we don't want our fucking tax dollars paying for that bullshit. We don't want that. So now we are threatening them. But because of that, don't think they're going to take this line down. They are gearing up to push censorship. And just so you guys know, I had a Rumble exclusive video come out this morning, and it was talking about how the Tikva Fund, which is the government-funded group that is now they're having all these conversations and talking about how they can use censorship to promote Zionism, to push Zionism on Americans. And if you think this is old news, the interview and the article in question that I talk about, the article came out yesterday, and the interview that I talk about in that Rumble exclusive video came out on Christmas. They recorded it before Christmas, and they waited to release it on Christmas because they knew most Americans would not be paying attention. They would be celebrating their holiday, so all the Jewish people could come together and start talking about how they could censor us, which is hilarious. But if you want to know more about that video, I'll put a link to it in the description.
All the Jewish people can come around and, yeah, man. Yeah, that's what happened, yeah. Yeah, famously, this is entirely Jews that are censoring us and spying on us. Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Christian Zionist? What is that? I'm a dumbass. I don't know what that is. I'm a dumb fucking idiot on the internet. What the fuck is Christian Zionism? What? What? There are Christians that that support Israel? What? No! No, all Christians are wholesome. Chungus, America first. Man, my point is, Christians are doing this. Okay, what he's talking about here, Christians are doing this shit. Okay, it's not the Jews. It's not the Jews. It's actually not the fucking Jews at all. It's fucking Christians doing this shit. There are Christian Zionists that that work in these telecommunication companies. Okay, they have openly talked about this. Who's that woman? I think she may actually be Jewish. I can't remember. But there's that woman that works at Meta that was literally openly talking about it. Like, most of them won't openly talk about it. That's the difference. They don't feel ballsy enough to do that. Okay, but like this person was like straight up like, we are censoring anti-Zionist posts. Okay, that's what she said. And it's true. It's true. You know, when they say censorship is coming, bitch, censorship is here. It's been here. It's not going away. It's going to get tighter. Okay, especially as anti-Zionist voices are elevated, which they have been. Okay, one of the top streamers on Twitch didn't shut up about Israel, Gaza for fucking 3 years. Hassan Abi. And like the thing is, how do you censor that? You know, how do you censor? You can't censor that. You have to. You know, the only thing you can do is. I don't think I can say it on Twitch. You'd have to kirk him. Okay, you'd have to silence him. Like, there's no other way to do it, because Hassan is such a large creator. You can't suppress him. You can't push him down. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you could try. Maybe they could. I mean, you can always fake numbers, right? They could just say he has 0 views. Put him at the bottom. Put him in the bottom of the barrel. Anyway, let's keep going.
Because you guys need to check out Rumble, man. There's going to be a lot of exclusives going forward. The point is, the censorship is coming. Lindsey Graham himself, all these people are coming out. They're talking about how in February 2026, there's going to be an entire week dedicated to them talking about online censorship. And the Trojan horse they're going to use for that is under the guise of protecting children. Because obviously, children are being targeted by a lot of horrible groups.
He's right about that. That is probably... Yeah, that's true. And look, what he's talking about here, this is the next thing that they're going to do. Okay, more than likely. But the problem is, I don't think Americans are going to, like, be down with it. Okay, and there are already, like, you know, loopholes that people are figuring out in other countries that have actually done this. But what he's talking about is an ID upload. Okay, so, like, the idea is, in order to basically use the internet at all, other than, like, you know, curated, kid-friendly stuff, curated content, you have to upload your ID. Okay. Now, I'm for age verification on the internet. I'm actually, like, I'm all for that. I think that there's certainly lots of content on the internet that is not appropriate for children. That's just undeniable. That, like, to deny that would be insane. Okay, it's true. There's a lot of content on the internet that is freely accessible, can be viewed by anyone, including children, and that is a problem. Now, is it the most pressing problem that we have today? Not really. Okay, not even close, actually, in my opinion. But it is a problem that needs to be addressed at some point. Okay, preferably sooner rather than later. The problem is that conveniently, the only way to verify someone's age is using their state ID. Okay? I wonder why the government might want us to have to verify our age with all of these different companies and give them our personal identification card with our fucking address on it, or like a ton of our personal information. Your fucking eye color is on your ID, right? In every state. Your height, your weight, your home address. Everything is on your fucking ID, and you want to pass it out to these companies that keep having major data leaks? Oh, yeah. Sounds like Americans are going to love that. Yeah, they're going to love that. Oh, fuck yeah. My Social Security got leaked last year. Now, I can have my address and facial features leaked as well. Hooray! Americans are not going to like this. They're not going to vibe with this. They're going to destroy this. They're going to eat this shit alive. Like, it's going to be bad, okay? This is one of the most un-American things that I think anybody has ever talked about in America. Like, I don't know. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? This is a... I don't know what they're thinking. I think they just don't give a fuck anymore. I think they don't give a fuck what Americans think. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of scary, like, how much of a fuck they do not give about what we think as their constituents. Like, maybe they think that they're gonna, like, build automatons or something to suppress us. Whatever, they're gonna have, like, AI robots to, like, shoot at us if we have thought crimes or some shit. I don't know, man. But, like, what the fuck are they thinking, man? What were they thinking? What were they thinking?
Online,
Yo, I need to put that on my
That's like a
soundboard
serious
too.
problem, and they're going to use that as a Trojan horse to kind of ram down censorship regarding anti-Semitism. You know, they're going to say, oh, we're trying to protect the kids, and they're going to have all these things to protect the kids, and then the 96 pages of the actual legislation is going to be on how you can't say stuff about Israel, and how you can't say stuff that goes against Jews, and you can't talk about the Talmud, or whatever they're going to do. Obviously, I don't know, but that's the goal. That's kind of the idea. And the fact that all these different Jewish groups are having conversations now, gearing up.
Dude, these guys bring up the Talmud so fucking much. Are you Jewish? Are you Because let me tell you something. I have never met a Jewish person that knows about the fucking Talmud. Unironically, let me put it to you this way. I have never had a conversation with a Jewish person about Judaism, and they bring up the Talmud. Okay, like, my point is that Jewish people don't know what the fucking Talmud is, because it's one of those, like, nerdy things that religions have. It's like one of the nerdy things. It's like most Christians don't know what the fucking Nicene Creed is. Okay, is it important to Christianity? Sure. Is it problematic in Christianity? Not really. Okay, not in the same way that the Talmud is. But I'm struggling to think of a similar thing in Christianity, because I'm a Christian and I probably don't fucking know about it, because nobody fucking talks about it. Just like how nobody talks about the fucking Talmud, because the Talmud is nerd shit. Like my point is that these fucking people, they know more about Judaism in not like in the spiritual sense, but like in the like nerdy, gritty text, like I've read the ancient text kind of way. Like, these motherfuckers know everything about this shit, dog. It's so weird. Like, are you Jewish, bro? Are you sure?
Just kind of proves that that's what's going to be occurring. But that's in February of this year. That's in 2 months. And who knows, whatever they come up with, when it's going to get passed, I can guarantee you it's going to be unanimous. At least to the point to where most of them are going to vote for it. It's going to pass. And when it does, there's going to be a new wave of censorship. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know how subversive it's going to be. I don't know how subliminal the censorship is going to be. I don't know if it could be straight up. The ban hammer comes out. Yours truly gets banned. Jimmy gets banned. Everybody gets banned. All the wing halves get banned off YouTube, off X. I don't know how it's going to go. It could be that, or it could be more kind of quiet. It could be just you get blacklisted. Your videos just can't get views. Stuff like that. I mean, who knows what they're going to do.
It would certainly be the second thing, I think. I mean, I don't know. Maybe... Shit. Maybe they would just ban all of us. Yep, you're a terrorist. You're anti-Semitic. Yeah. Oh, well. I got all my videos saved anyway. I got them. I literally have... Let me show you guys this. I've never shown this on stream before. Okay, I'm still going through it. But I have... This is a 2 terabyte drive. Okay, it's got... Oh, wait, no, sorry. That's my 1 terabyte drive. This is my 2 terabyte drive. Okay, so this is my VOD. There's one folder on it. I called it VODs in Games, okay, because it's 2 terabytes, right? So I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put a bunch of games on this shit. Okay, that's what I was thinking when I named it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put so many. And it's just 2 terabytes of fucking VODs, man. Oh god. And the worst part is, dog, I need more. I need more like, look, I ran out. Now I'm still working on cutting down all these videos with some software that I wrote that automatically trims them, but like still, you know, it cuts like a few gigs off of each video. And that's why I have as much space as I do right now. Like, I was completely out of space. That's why I wrote the program. I was forced to. Otherwise, I'd have to start deleting shit. Which I already did that one time. And I deleted a fuck ton of VODs. But anyway, these VODs go way back. Okay, I've got... I didn't delete my... I didn't just, like, randomly delete them. I went through them, and I just deleted the ones I didn't really give a fuck about. So... holy shit. I don't know if I want to... This is from September. This isn't even that old. Hold on. Where are my older VODs? They must be in here. No, 9/7? That's not that old. July. Shit, maybe I did delete a lot of them. I think what I was doing is I started uploading them on YouTube and then deleting them. So I have a few videos that are kind of old, but it's just straight up the whole VOD. Yes, I used to stream in 16 by or 9:16 aspect ratio. Portrait mode. So this goes back to 9/7, but that's not even that old. Oh wait, it was 2024, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. God damn, this is old. Okay. Shit. So I remember I started streaming in the summer. 2024. Yeah, here I am playing it. God, look at me. Look at how young I looked. That's crazy. Alright. Oh, I was terrible this season. I was so fucking bad at Fortnite this season. I think I maybe got 1 win. Okay, anyway. Sorry, let's go back to
It could be a lot of different things. I would assume it's not going to be just one strategy, but that's something we need to be mindful of going forward into 2026 because the fight rages on. Like, it's not getting any easier. And if you want to know more about that whole conversation, check out the video, the Rumble exclusive, if you're interested in that. And follow me on Rumble because we're going to have a lot more exclusives going forward in 2026, especially if there's going to be censorship coming. It's just going to happen. But about the,
Okay, wait, hold on. I just wanted to say I was bad at Fortnite this season, the one in this clip, but I was killing it. I mean, I was shredding the season before. Okay, the season before that was the really stupid season that everyone hated, and I was fucking cracked at Fortnite during that time, bro. It was the Mad Max season. It was crazy. I've got a
let's
VOD
talk about
uploaded.
Let's talk about the fun part. The fun part is the Groyper War is back on, and it's not just a Groyper War; it's the Groyper Crusades. They are officially a go. A lot of you have probably already heard this. But we are going to war in 2026 against a lot of different people. But first stop is Vivek Ramaswamy. This dude has become our enemy in the sense that this demon-worshipping anchor baby fuck who doesn't wear shoes, who hates Americans, who talks about how Americans are lazy and Indians are so great and we need more H-1Bs. And make no mistake about it, the game plan at this point is to have Vivek win in Ohio and then have companies like Anduril that get all these military contracts that want to start building their facilities in Ohio to create jobs, quote unquote. Make no mistake about it, their goal is to give a lot of those jobs to foreigners, to Indians. But for that to happen, you know,
Oh,
Vivek has to
no.
win. But this dude is supposed to be on our side. We're told by all these MAGA Republicans that this fuck is supposed to be on our side. And yet he's going to go on stage and he's going to insult heritage Americans. He's going to make fun of us. He's going to say, oh, there's a growing consensus
How dare he?
online.
How dare
You're
he?
only an American because you have a lineage here. And an American isn't actually a white person. It's whoever. That fucking gay bullshit. This dude thinks he can go out on stage, even though he's supposed to be the one fighting for us, that we're told, supposedly. He's going to go on stage and he's going to say this fucking bullshit and then he's going to expect to win.
Well, yeah, do you think that a brown man is going to be like, fuck me, I guess, white people are superior? Like, what the fuck do you think he's gonna say? You think he's gonna be like, oh yeah, real Americans are white. Yeah, I'm not a real American, but I'm fighting for you. Like, no man. Of course he thinks he's one of you. Okay, of course he's upset by the racism. Okay, yeah, he doesn't like that. He is a brown person.
Fuck no, dude. So the Groyper Crusade is on. It is going, and we don't care who wins Ohio at this point. It's like, it doesn't matter if Vivek wins. If you're a real American, and if you think living in Ohio, your state would be better with Vivek as your governor compared to a Democrat or whoever, you're mistaken. Because at this point, these people, these establishment Republicans, these fake MAGA Republicans, these anti-American first Republicans, they're trying to sell you the idea that it's better to vote for them than the opposition. It's better to vote for them because they're the lesser of two evils, which is complete bullshit. Whereas a Democrat or a progressive changes things radically, and you could say quickly, the only difference is these MAGA Republicans, what they do is they slowly change. But not in the ways you want. They still end up doing the things you don't want to happen. They still pass legislation that you would never support if you knew about it. They still advocate for things that ultimately you are not okay with and that you did not vote for. So at this point, it doesn't matter who wins Ohio. All that matters is that this fucker needs to lose, and he's going to lose. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful. But that's the game plan for 2026. And to anybody who would argue against it, let me just go ahead and say, you cannot trust this man. You cannot trust this man. And to the 3 women that are watching this right now, you cannot trust this man with your kids. You cannot trust this man with your husband. You cannot trust this man with your cats or your dogs or your goats. And I know some of you are going to say, but Tom, the goats thing, that's for Arabs, not Indians. And I'm saying, no goats. Do not trust the Indian Pajit, man. He is not your ally. He is not your friend. Okay, do not fall for the Curry lies. They're lies, okay? And I said this on Twitter a week ago, but I'm going to say it again. It's official. To all the people who don't like Nick, to all the people that aren't Groypers who watch me, who support me in any way, you are now all honorary Groyper conscripts in the Crusade. You are now part of the army, whether you like it or not. I'm sorry. To all the people who are like, but I'm not a Groyper, but I like you, Tom, but like, I'm not that. Look, we're going to win this together, all right? It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing. We're taking this country back. First step, make sure this idiot loses. And that's step 1. And there's going to be a lot of other things. We're going to be fighting against censorship. We're going to be fighting against the Jewish oligarchs. But just understand, the powers that be want this guy to win. They want this guy to win. They want J.D. Vance to become the next president after Trump. They want to replace you with foreigners. They don't care if white people get replaced in their own nations. They don't give a shit about any of that. They want to replace you with slave labor. And they're going to do it while telling you that they're on your side and that they're fighting for you. But make no mistake about it, they don't give a shit about you. They don't care. And that's pretty much it. That's kind of the whole point of the video. I was just talking about how this was a crazy year. I can't believe we made it to the end of the year and we're all still standing. But you know what? It's going to happen again. We're going to make it to the end of 2026 victorious. All right? I don't want no bitch, no
So
doomer shit,
crazy.
no depressing shit, none of that. We're going to be warriors. We're going to let our nuts hang. We're going to be men, okay? And that's not just the Gen Z men, the millennial men, the Gen Xer men, and even the 1 or 2 boomers that still know where they are and what they're talking about. We're all going to come together and we're going to win. Because more and more people every single day join our side. More and more people every single day either start to watch Nick, start to like Nick, start to become Groypers, or even if you don't like that, they become America First aware, in the sense that all the people in positions of power are not America First. They don't actually care. And every day, we get more and more people on our side. And that's why we're so threatening. That's why all these people complain. That's why all these people get mad. All these bitch liberals that fucking are complaining about Nick not being canceled. Because it turns out getting canceled doesn't actually work when you just don't give a fuck. When you're actually a wang half, it doesn't.
Cancel, it does work. It do work, okay? It's just that all it takes is one washed motherfucker to fuck it all up, okay, and revitalize their career. And for Nick Fuentes, that was Destiny. I've talked about this before on my stream. Destiny platformed Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes was dead in the water. Okay, he had no motion. He was radioactive. Nobody would touch him. Nobody. Probably not even his gay boyfriend that he's gay with. Okay, not even that guy would touch him. Okay, nobody. But Destiny said, I see an opportunity. I see an opportunity here. Time to have him on my show. Time to debate him. Oh, yeah, it's a great idea. Yeah, oh, guys, you don't get it. No, I'm not platforming a Nazi. I'm debating a Nazi. I'm epically owning him. And then, he's on our side now. See, I won. And now he's on our side. See? That's what happened. Okay, and that was the launch pad for Nick Fuentes' current career. Okay, that was it. That was how he gained prominence. That's where it all started. Okay, it is. It is. To deny that is just, once again, delusion. It's silly. Okay, don't fucking deny it. Don't do it. But that's what happened. Okay, so he was canceled. It did work. Destiny fucked it up. Okay, that's what happened.
At all, because that's bitch
my
shit.
narrative.
That's bitch shit, dude. It doesn't work. It's not working on us. It doesn't affect us because we just do not care. We don't care about the labels. We don't give a fuck. And so moving forward, we're going to continue to just take this country back. But it does start with these conversations. And I talked about my strategy and kind of a strategy that a lot of other YouTubers that you guys probably watch who make content similar to me are going to kind of have going into 2026 with all the possibilities of censorship.
Look, man. I don't care about labels either. People call me mean things all the time, and sometimes I talk about it. I do. Okay, I've talked about it before. People have called me a terrorist. That's the main one that I bring up whenever somebody calls me it. But I mean, people have called me all sorts of names already. Okay, in my short YouTube career. And anyway, I just don't let it get to me, because I'm not a fucking little pussy ass bitch like you are. Okay, I don't care. I really don't care. Okay, and I don't care, and that's why I never fucking talk about it. Okay, except maybe occasionally when I think it's funny. I think it's funny that they're calling me a terrorist. Okay, but like, look, people have called me racist before. People have called me transphobic. People have called me, you know, like, I mean, my point is I get hate from libs as well. I get hate from the libs, okay? It happens. It happens. Water off a duck's back, bro. Who cares? Who cares? Why do you keep talking about it? You guys fucking, you never shut up about it. Every fucking video, they're gonna cancel the liberals. They won't cancel me. They're gonna try to cancel me, but I don't care. Like, okay, bro, if you don't care, then shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It doesn't fucking matter. Because you're right. Like, who gives a fuck what other people think? Okay, that's not what makes you wrong. Right? You're not wrong because liberals don't like you. You're wrong because you're a fucking racist piece of shit, dumbass, Nazi. That's why. Yeah, that's why you're fucking wrong. You're calling me names. You woketard, lib cuck. Like, whatever, man. Keep fucking bitching about it. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna keep calling you a Nazi. Because that's what you fucking are. You're a fucking piece of shit Nazi. That's it.
All these different things. We're going to do things a little bit differently, all right? But it's still going to be the same, but we're going to be a little bit more strategic, you know? We're going to be a little bit more tactical on how we approach certain things. And that's why you guys need to follow me on Rumble, all right? The Rumble exclusives are going to go hard. We're going to be streaming too, and I will have, like I stream here, and on Rumble, I'm going to have exclusive Rumble streams as well. I don't know when that's going to happen. I was supposed to do it this year before the end of the year, but it's like I just didn't have time. Christmas, all these different things. But we will be doing that. That's a part
finally
of the game plan
playing
for
a
next
cool
year.
game.
But guys, thank you all so much for the love and the support that has, you know, been going on.
Can I just say, like, I had to sit through, what, like 20 fucking minutes of this slop of whatever the fuck this game is? I'm sorry, man. To anybody that likes this fucking whatever the fuck, it's hack and slash survival crafting RPG. I don't fucking, like, I watch games like that. It's so fucking boring, man. And now he's actually playing a good game, right? That's like entertaining for me to watch. And he probably fucking sucks at it, but I don't know. I haven't seen
channel.
Much
It's been amazing. It's been unreal. And I know a lot of people that get mad sometimes and say, "Oh, well, this guy doesn't actually have his own opinions. He just watches Nick Fuentes, and that's where he gets all of his opinions, and he doesn't come up with anything on his own." It's like the people that say that. It's like you either just watch my stuff and you don't watch Nick, or you don't watch my stuff or Nick's, because I have several videos that I talk about that Nick doesn't talk about. I disagree with him on a bunch of stuff. Maybe not a lot, but it's like I'm a groyper, all right? Whether you like it or not, that's what I am. That's the content I'm gonna make. So the people that have been supporting me truly, and not just kind of trying to shit everywhere, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. You know, it means the world, and it's so awesome that we can have these conversations and that we're winning the argument. But don't think it's slowing down. Don't think it's gonna stop. The strategy is gonna change a little bit, but I mean,
yeah, I don't really think you're winning. I don't really think that, because like people that are winning, they don't need to say it all the time, right? They don't need to say stuff like everybody's saying that Nick Fuentes lost the debate, but he did not lose. He epically owned and red-pilled the lib cuck, fucking Piers Morgan. Are you sure? Are you sure that's what happened? Are you sure that's what happened, buddy? Yeah? Okay. Okay. Yeah, you guys are so winning. You guys are so epically owning the libs. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. You got him. Got him. Yeah. Fuck everything else. Fuck the substance of my narrative.
Next year is going to be more exciting than this year, and that's going to be good and bad. There's going to be a lot of crazy shit that's going to happen. Make no mistake about it. But we just need to be prepared. We need to be sticking together, and we need to be willing to have these conversations and to criticize the people that need to be criticized.
If you're winning so much, why you gotta stick together, bro? Like, just, I don't know, just keep doing what you're doing. Like, chill. You know, you guys don't need to, like, rally together. It's fine. You're winning.
Because that's what's ultimately going to win. Is people becoming aware and starting to actually talk about these things in a way that is constructive and promotes critical thinking, in the sense that they're not going to just follow the slap. They're not just going to follow the bullshit. They're not going to buy it. They're going to ascend and overcome. And that's just step one. A lot of people say, well, what do we do? What's the game plan? The game plan is to keep doing what we're doing because it's working. If you think I'm wrong, go back, watch some of my earlier videos, and then you'll be like, holy shit, these things actually did happen. These people are saying the things that Tom said they were going to say.
Look at your content. Your videos are like one step removed from a fucking YouTube short, Instagram reel, Peter Griffin, Minecraft parkour. Do you understand? Like this is, like, you are making slop, okay? I'm making slop. There's nothing wrong. People want slop, okay? They want it. They want to lap up the slop. It's cool. It's fine. Okay, I'm cool with it. I'm proud of the content I make, even if it is slop. I mean, I don't know. I call it slop. It's not really. You know, slop is like you put no thought into it. You know, it doesn't take much. Like I put a lot of thought into my videos, despite what it may seem. Okay, like I put a lot of effort into it. I make the thumbnails. I have to come up with the words to say in the video. You know, it's a big task. Okay, I gotta edit it. First I gotta say the words, then I gotta edit it, then I gotta make a thumbnail, and I gotta come up with a title, and it's like all this stuff, and sometimes I kind of miss, okay, but sometimes my creative juices, they just flow in my brain, and I get in the pocket, okay, and when I'm in the pocket, that's when I put out some bangers, okay, and that's when I get the views, that's when the views start rolling in. Okay, I'm telling you.
They're talking about remigration, they're repeating the same rhetoric. What we're doing is working. And that's why they're afraid, and that's why they're threatened, and that's why they're going to respond. But you know what? When they do that, we're going to be ready. And it's as simple as that. But that's the end of the video. I just wanted to go ahead and say, you know, official celebration. 2025 is the year of the Wang Half, the year of the Groypers. So shout out to everybody, and everybody, you know, who's been watching these videos, supporting this style of content, whether it's me or somebody else. It's us winning. So I'm happy. I'm excited.
Winning.
A lot of bad things happened this year, but ultimately a lot of good.
Yeah, I mean, if your, like, narrative, if your racist Nazi narrative, sorry if that offended you, Snowflake. I'm sorry. But if your narrative were as bulletproof as you've been making it out to be in the last 3 minutes of this video, why not debate? Why not? Like, I don't know. Because like, debate, it's a skill, right? If you're not good at debating, even if you're right, you might lose. Okay, but still, like, if your worldview is so concrete, if it's so, like, solid, then why haven't you haven't debated anyone? And honestly, you seem like a person that could do it. Like, you seem like a guy that could debate. Okay, you're very you speak confidently. It seems like you ad-lib a lot of this shit. Like, I don't think you're just going off of script. Food for thought. Okay, come on to the J-Star broadcast, Tomfo. I'd love to have you.
Which is great. The worst thing that can happen when you have tragedies is when they're in game.
Although I'm gonna go ahead and say this, okay? And look, honestly, I love freedom of speech. Okay, it's my favorite thing about America. But I'm a Twitch streamer, so technically on Twitch, you can say some really racist shit on Twitch. Okay, you can say the most racist things. Okay, but you can't say slurs. You can't say slurs on Twitch. You'll get me banned. Okay, so no slurs. No slurs if you come on the J-Star broadcast. That's it. That's the only thing, though. Okay, everything else is fair game, pretty much. I think. I'll make sure. But definitely no slurs. That is a big no-no over here. Okay, you can do whatever you want on Rumble, I guess. But, you know, none of that.
So when you can actually have something positive come from those things, when you can actually do something that helps people ultimately come from a tragedy, that's always good. Because there's nothing, I mean, what else is there? Just for things to get worse? For people to not become aware? No, fuck that. So thank you guys so much for the love and the support. But let me know what you guys think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Who do you think this year belongs to? Are you completely mad? Let me know. And let me know what were some of your favorite moments of the year. Like what happened? Were there things you just didn't expect? Were there things that happened that you did expect, but it was like more extreme than you thought it would be? Let me know what it is. Be sure to follow me on Rumble. I'm going to say it again because we're going to have exclusives there. You need to be there for the Rumble exclusives. Woo. Follow me on X. We're getting close to 800 followers on X. It's awesome. But in the meantime, guys, Jesus Christ is King of Kings, Lord of Lords, America first always. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all later.
Yeah, yay, performative Christianity. Hooray. I love that.